Champions is finally here, and whatever's in this pack will determine the first VGC team I have to build for it, because being forced to make it work with random nonsense is the most fun you can have. Get that cat out of here. Unless perhaps it's in here. But I doubt it. Then I'll subject myself to 50 games of ranked champions to see how many wins it can get, or maybe how long it takes to get a single win, with how this is bound to produce a monstrosity of a team that not even the most eccentric, sleep-deprived team builders would dream up. Alright, it has been roughly 18 years since I last opened a card pack, whenever these level X tins came out. Damn, I'm pretty old. And clearly not a TCG person, which means two things. One, I have no clue what you can get in this set, didn't look it up. And two, this is the only pack I have. I got it to do this, because it seemed like it'd be fun. So, it's not like there are any do-overs if I get absolute buns. I did look up how to open them properly, and I should probably remind myself. Because I know people do the thing where they like move something from the back to maximize suspense, I don't know.
Then, move the last 1, 3, or 4 cards to the front, depending on the pack type.
Thanks, WikiHow. Okay, this is a big moment. What team building tools will we have for our first step into Champions? I don't know why I'm trying to be careful with the foil. I do not care.
If you don't plan to save the foil, feel free to tear into it.
One of those codes? Anyone want that? There we go. Okay, I did it. Energy in the front. Don't care about that. Bam. Sanam. Okay. Frostmoth would be fun. Quiver Dance. Ice Scales. A Snow Buff. Blizzard Spam. Oh, give me a Frostlass, man. Make a Frostlass Frostmoth theme. Ooh. There's no more Terra, though. No more Terra Water. Stuck with the Bug Ice. Yeesh. Despite the card claiming otherwise. Hide. Also, don't know if it's in the game. I don't recall seeing Frostmoth. That's going to be a common concern. We'll see. Score Bunny. All right. Another usable Mon. If it is, in fact, usable. Not exactly the most notable starter from that generation. But, you know, I like Cinderace. It's got coaching, right? And a decent speed tier, I'm pretty sure. It's like 115. Should at least outpace a lot of the 110 megas. Yeah, we can cook something there if we're allowed to use it. Tinkatuff. Okay. That, I'm pretty certain, is in the game. We saw the Tinkaton hammer animation in a trailer, so that's good. We've got our first guaranteed team member. Although maybe saying that's good is debatable. I should be checking to see if they're in the game as we go. Yeah, I mean, Fairy Steel, obviously, great typings to have. The bulk is reasonable. I know it's got Fake Out, a Mold Breaker Fake Out, so I guess it can shut down a Frigoraph. I think other than that, it just does like standard support, Thunderwave Helping Hand stuff, which like everything learns, so I'm running out of good things to say. But again, there's something it can do, and I am relieved to start getting stuff I know is in the game. Yeah, I did fear/expect I wouldn't get a full team of 6 from one pack due to the limited decks, especially if there are any item or trainer cards in these. If I get an item that's in the game though, I think I should be forced to use that too. Well, I've got a contingency plan to fill out the team. We'll see what happens. Nuzleaf. Uh-oh. Oh, man. What a bummer it would be if he weren't in the game. Another Fake Out user. Got the Wind Rider buff. Yippee. I mean, it's slow tailing, but we might desperately need some access to speed control, so. Again, could be worse. Just don't whisper U-turn in the house next door. Man, everyone's gonna have some OP weather team, some unbreakable core. I'm walking in with a Nuzleaf with my nipples out. Oh no, why did I have to say anything? Lieutenant Surge. Yeah, I don't think he's playable. To skip past that. Garganackle, I love that guy. Garganical. And I'm fairly confident he's been in a trailer, so we've got another team slot filled. That's a real Mon right there. Throwback to the first regional of Scarvy, Jisok Lee. Winning it with a Terra Poison Garg. I don't know why I remember that so well. I guess because it was distributed, yeah. I should still have that thing. Granted, Garg has somewhat vanished off the face of the earth since that first regulation, but I think he's cool. I love Iron Defense body press stuff. Also access to Wide Guard. Again, no Terra, gonna be tough with all those rain teams. Can't just sit there and salt cure them down. I'm excited to try it. We've got something coming together here. I'm coping. Oh crap, it's back to Jover. Mega Signal. Search your deck for a Mega Evolution and put it in your hand. So that means this is a wild card, and I can pick any Mega I want to put on the team, right? That was in the rules, right? No? Okay. No, another one! I'm getting trolled! Repel! And this is the reverse holo? How many items can you get? Is it random? It's all falling apart. This is not good. Okay. Oh! Mega Kangaskhan! Oh my god, we got a Mega. And it's actually good. That is all I could have possibly hoped for. The only thing I wanted was any Mega to build around. Because it would kind of be a bummer to not have one in the Mega format. Granted, ideally, it would have been fun to experiment with a new ZA Mega. It would have been cool to get, like, Chimecho, as opposed to Old Reliable here. I don't even know their abilities still, if it hasn't been in a trailer. I avoid all the videos talking about them. But damn, I cannot complain. That's sick. We've got our Mega, and it's like a full art looking thing. Looks pretty cool. Damn, 300 HP, huh? Rapid fire combo. Okay, well that's our hard carry. We might be able to win a single game now. What's in the back then? Anything crazier? Xerneas. Well, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, calm down. We're not building Big Six. Okay. Well, pretty sure that's not legal. And not too sad about that. So, nothing to say there, really. That's okay. And that is it. Cool. So I believe we've got 3 confirmed team members, with 3 more I need to wait and see. I'm happy with what I do have. These guys can all do something. Pretty diverse types. I mean, look at our nice firewater grass core up here, where they have no bulk between them, and the water is a bug. But damn, we've got something going on here, you know? I cannot be disappointed having pulled a Mega. I would have been fine with giving a Mega Stone to any pre-Evo, of course, but straight up getting one is pretty sick. That is why I picked this pack off the shelf. It said Mega on it, so I was like, I don't know. It's gotta be more likely that there's stuff that can Mega. I'm guessing there are no ZA Megas in it, though. I have no clue how old the set even is. Clearly, at least new enough to have Gen 9. Well, as for my contingency plan, assuming I didn't get a full 6, there were some options. I thought about just being able to pick the rest of the team to fill in around whatever I got, and that'd be a valid way to do the challenge, or to say like the energy is a wild card, I can pick any dark type. But nah, the theme is leaving it completely up to fate, so I will fill in the gaps with some virtual cardboard instead. We'll rip our free packs in pocket. Here we go, the most recent set also being Mega themed, just so happens. We've got Ghastly, oh damn, another coded Mega, that's crazy. But I feel like our main Mega has to be Kang. I think I shouldn't even be allowed to Mega anything else. But I mean, Gengar's sick, we love that. Hasn't been the most relevant lately, Rip Levitate. And if I'm saying no Mega, then I guess I can always just toss on a Sash and do some damage. Icy Wind, cool. Yeah, we might need that. Dragonair, another Mega. Almost like that's the theme of the pack. But I mean, just a great mon in general. Maybe not as busted without Terra. No more normal E-Speed Chinpao. But can't be mad about tossing a Dragonite on the squad. Of course, these are all pending the others being usable. The real cards will take priority. Volbeat. Massive, bruh. What a drop from the first 2. Volbeat jump scare. That's not a Mega. Well, I mean, Prankster Tailwind, that could low-key be huge for the squad. I'll take back some of the hate. At the same time, Tailwind for what? Garganacl? Yo, Tail Glow, Baton Pass gimmick team. We've got plenty of fake out users. Okay, I'm done gassing up Volbeat. Electrike, yet another Mega we can't use, although not a particularly tempting one anyway. So that's a rough one. Regular Manectric. But that should complete our team if it needed completing. Still good type diversity. That's cool. Just a team full of potential Megas now. Nobody'll know which one's the real one. Except Kang probably is the worst in regular form, so they'll know, actually. I take it back. I felt like people would be yelling at me if I didn't sleeve the Kangaskhan. And I do have some old card stuff. You like the yard sale prices from 15 years ago? Want to buy some random base set uncommons and rares for 25 cents? Okay, there you go. Feel better? Well, that's fun. I see why people enjoy that. Although I think the fun part was the VGC challenge aspect, because I care about every card. I wouldn't want to just be burning through them gambling for something rare. I gotta say though, these packs are freaking expensive, bro. I don't know what I expected. I thought they'd be like $4. This thing was $15. 15 Canadian dollars. That's at least 11 real dollars. People are really ripping whole boxes of these things? In this economy? Holy moly. I was in the card shop like, damn. But I was in too deep. I couldn't just walk out without buying anything. It was a card shop in a mall, which I thought was cool though. The smell of the mall was very nostalgic. I'm glad some malls still exist. It'll be a sad day when you can't go to the mall anymore. Well, what do I do with this now? It'd be fun to give it away, but shipping is too annoying. It's going in here, into the box of memories. Alright, I gotta throw some kind of team together out of this. The throwing together has occurred. Emphasis on throwing. Be warned, I'm not a serious competitive person, if it wasn't obvious from the premise. I enjoy watching serious competition, but I also love the casual gimmick team building. A set that I imagine will make the opponent laugh, or subverts expectations in some way. Like the time I thought it would be comedy gold to run Torkoal Lilligant, making people expect boring after you eruption. When in reality it was entrainment to pass chlorophyll, shell smash, max speed Torkoal to quadruple my speed. Terrible idea, but it did get a few people to regret protecting on it, and that was very funny. I do know a ton about the game from watching content for the last decade, but I have next to no actual experience playing, so I'm definitely not any good at the game. All that to say, don't take any of this seriously. Starting off with our Mega Kang, it is kinda sad to have what feels like an old, boring, tryhard Mega, as opposed to a new one to mess around with, so I wanted to do something very dumb with it. We're bulky, max attack. The speed situation on my team felt kinda bad. I don't know, a lot of Megas come in higher than 100, and we'll probably be running plenty of speed, so I'm just dropping out of the race. If I want to outspeed anything, I'll need the help of a Tailwind or Thunderwaves. So because I'm slow, I'll probably be relying on Sucker Punch, right? That would make sense. Nope, it's Fake Out Protect Last Resort. Last Resort requiring all other moves be used before it. So normally you might just see Fake Out in Last Resort, if anything. This is extremely limiting and terrible. I'm definitely gonna change it. I just wanted to try it because I think it'll be funny. There's basically no thought required. I have to click the 3 buttons in order. Surely with Kang being the biggest threat on the team, it makes people want to target it down. Look, just be grateful it's not way worse. My favorite part of Showdown is the usually useless moves section. Love scrolling down there to find something dumb. Blizzard Mega Kang for double freezes. Maybe not. I was also drawn to a bulky Drain Punch thing. I do think I'll swap over to the more standard stuff down the road. Obviously Power Up Punch if she gets that. It does feel bad to not be taking advantage of the 2 hits, like double body slam, Parachance, rock slide spam would be funny. But for now, Last Resort, baby. Does it meaningfully change any relevant calcs over Double Edge? I doubt it. Are we walled by Gengar, Frostlass, and Metagross, 3 of the most used Megas in the LARP format people are playing? Yep. Next up is the Tink. Max HP and speed, kinda questionable, but nothing very creative here. It always runs Fake Out Gigaton, but I'm not going with the Assault Vest set because I did want Thunderwave. That's really the only reason for all that speed, which is maybe still kind of a waste, but if I can help Kang outspeed something, cool. Then Encore, I think Encore's kind of busted in close team sheet, but I'm also afraid that I'm just not fast enough for it to be very useful. Alas, Whimsicott was not in the cards. I could try out Feint as well in that spot if I could somehow get the call right, because if I lead this and Kang, people maybe see double Fake Out pressure and want to protect, and if Kang's Fake Out goes into protect, Last Resort doesn't work, as if it wasn't a bad enough idea already. We got Big Garg here to be a nuisance. Got that optimal nerd HP for leftovers, divisible by 16. Minus speed nature, because at base 35, may as well have it help in Trick Room. It doesn't really change much, because even without the minus speed, I would always underspeed anything above base 42, and like Ursaluna is way above that. Then on the flip side, the truly so Trick Room stuff like Hat and Torkoal are always going to be slower, but it could help with Mega Drampa being base 36, and Mega Golisopod at 40, who knows. For however long I use that terrible Last Resort set, I can't really touch Rock and Steel, so I'm doing the body press thing, hence the max defense. Maybe the Fake Outs buy a turn to Iron Defense up. Traditional logic would be all in special defense to patch up that weakness and just stick around as long as possible, protect Salt Cure Wide Guard, but that seemed kinda lame. I just think it's fun to hit as hard as possible with body press, and at +2, the investment allows for one-shotting Ursaluna. My team doesn't exactly like ground. I should maybe have Wide Guard though, that feels more responsible and would be a fun tool to have. Block any of the Blizzards, Hyper Voicers, Earthquakers. We'll see how commonly I wish I had it. Next is the Gengar, very basic, timid max speed. At base 110, it is the fastest thing on our team. Not ideal, but, you know, also basically our only special attacker. The Icy Wind support could prove very important, though. Encore would be fun here too, but they removed that, right? Because that'd be busted with the Mega. So I might try slapping Trick Room on there, could be fun to reverse it, or a very niche Garg endgame. There's also Clear Smog. I'm worried there could be a lot of Dozo in the early days, especially when people are just trying to earn VP if they need to buy Megastones. Maybe Salt Cure is enough for Dozo, but with no more Terra Steel, I figured I'd try Clear Smog. Fun fact, the Gengar I'm using I ran into an hour ago. I was just recording the scenic background footage in Arceus I wanted, and happened to see a sparkle in the distance. Next up is Dragonite. I don't know what I'm doing here. Burned the food, max attack and HP, just enough speed to outspeed the fastest Dragapult under Tailwind. Figured I'd toss on the goggles to have at least one powder immunity for all those Venusaurs bound to be running around. He's kind of just here to click Tailwind with the help of Multiscale. Ice Spinner because it might be funny to turn off someone's Psy Spam if the Mega Meowstic Psychic Surge thing is true. I don't know if that was a leak or just more LARP theory stuff. I've mostly stayed away from that. Was considering Protect because there's a shocking lack of it on the team, and I do like Protect. I know it's a critical part of positioning. There were just so many other moves I wanted, and I suppose in closed team sheet, I don't care as much about running it because they have to think about if I'm going to Protect regardless, especially after that head scratcher of a Kangaskhan set throws them off. In open team sheet, I would want to obsessively put Protect on everything to create that extra mental game. Finally, there's Manectric, a good boy here for moral support. I don't know when I'm bringing him, gotta be honest. Maybe if I see a Mega Raichu or a rain team with 4 water types and an Archaludon. His only thing is Lightning Rod, but my team isn't weak to electric. I gave him a Scarf just to spam Snarl or to be our fastest Thunderwave user in a pinch, even though that feels a bit silly to lock into. Who knows? It's a Manectric. It's here for people to think in team preview that I might be using Mega Manectric and plan around Intimidate, but nope. It's finally here, and I'm half an hour late. 5 megabytes. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Yes, we've seen this intro. I'm sure I'll more or less get straight to the battles, but I mean, it's day 1. I feel like I gotta document it a little bit. How long till we get sick of this music? Ooh, never getting tired of the training music. I don't anticipate doing a lot of recruiting. Oh, I need that guy. How quickly and easily am I gonna be able to get my home guys in here? Here's my team, I guess. All right, probably better than my team. Begin matchmaking. Surely it's a bot. Uh-oh. I don't even know what my movesets are. Okay, it's not a real person. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Look at that, like, static kid bouncing around in the background. That's the new dancing grandma. 10,000 VP. Alright. Hopefully that's enough to build what I need. Eligible Pokemon. Oh, this is a big moment. Oh, this might only be for the tournament, because that's not a lot. Regulation MA eligible Pokemon, this is it? So there really isn't much more than what we knew. There might even be less, I'm not sure. Kangaskhan is there, and I think I saw... Wait, we got the Tank, we got the Garg. Those are the 3 I was most confident in. Yeah, no Frostmoth. The entirety of Sword and Shield is like one line. So no Cinderace and no Shiftry. This is looking like what I expected. We got Gengar, we got Dragonite, and we got Manectric. Yep, so no surprise additions. We pretty much knew the roster. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there's like a completionist achievements thing. You gotta win with all of them. Blastoise Admirer. Ooh, yeah, I'll take another 10,000 VP. Well, that was fast. 1 turn. I'll take it. Okay, you get the idea. I did all the tutorials. Oh, Avalug's freaking huge. No, Mosol, don't do it. Don't population bomb the rough skin. No. I'm a fully fledged trainer for doing all that. We got our first title. We got our first random lineup. I just gotta check. A Lax Garchomp. Yeah, this is clearly a lot less curated than before. Wow, what a convenient box of Pokemon I have here. Should check out the shop. I need items. I need the Kangaskhanite. Most importantly, 2,000, say less. I guess we already have a Citrus on our team, so we only ever need that one. Ah, the membership. Good value. Box space is plus 1,000. I don't think I need that, though. I'll just pay for home. Oh, it scared me for a sec. It's because they removed Leer. What am I going to do without Leer? And they are trained, because I dumped some vitamins into them in Scarlet, because why not? Everyone who said, oh, EVs aren't going to translate into stat points, because they're completely different things. What do you mean? Although I didn't actually want all this speed. Why did I do that? I don't have safety goggles. I don't think I saw them in the shop. I guess we're going without a powder immunity. Okay, I'll just give him a Lum, and I don't know, he has Outrage, so sure. It's interesting, you have the Scarf. I didn't see the other choice items in the shop either. Is there no band and specs? This is so bad. We got the team, here they all are. Plenty of VP to spare. Was afraid I'd have to go in with a half-finished team to get some points. Ranked battles. I haven't done any, like, showdown play with this team. I haven't had any time. I have no feel for the meta whatsoever. An opponent has been found. Takeshi? Oh my goodness. Maybe I should have come up with, like, a default mode. Anything at all. I imagine I'll be showing more of these first few games with this all being a new experience. Then we'll start to speed it up, you know. When we go on the 27 loss streak, we'll probably montage that together. Here we are. Well, I don't have to think with this guy. Well, actually, we don't need to show much of these first few games. As you may know, there was something fishy going on, and I did start to catch on. Double edge. Well, it's Pokeball Tier 4, so, eat that berry. Oh, that was a new chomp sound. high fidelity chomping. You know, it's possible that this isn't a real person either. This is Assurance Hydreigon. This is not a person. We gotta get out of Pokeball tier. You know the hilarious thing? I never Mega Evolved. I was that distracted. Mega Beedrill, surely. Nope, he just like me for real. Forgot that Megas are a thing. Bro's using regular Beedrill, and I was complaining about Manectric. Okay, well that was a very not earned win. Is this a real person? I feel like it's a much scarier team. Scary Face, that's not a real person. Aerial Ace, we did it. We did it, gamers. Booty Wizard, that's a person. No more stock Japanese names. With the shinies. Okay, we have a battle. It's scary rain stuff. I'm scared. F it, I'm bringing regular Manectric up front. Yeah, I have no feel for what lead pairs would work well into what. I'm just gonna try stuff, and over time, some things will work better than others. And that's how learning works, believe it or not. The one time, why did I not bring Tinkaton to fake out a Farigiraf? Yeah, it actually completely shuts down my Kangaskhan, so great job, me. Oh, I ran out of time. I was yapping. Helping hand what, flip turn? He's not swapping? Yeah. There's no way they made an NPC called Booty Wizard. I'm so confused. It's Pokeball tier, I guess. I guess I just thought like anyone playing this an hour after launch is like locked in. Too bad I'm scarfed into Snarl. Man, my sets sure are something. I mean, Snarl's still fine. He's not gonna be able to do any damage. And Outrage might just pick up a KO. Yep, goodbye. My Kangaskhan can do something now. I don't feel like I need Gengar. I actually care about Manectric here. That's what they call a read. Not really. Oh, uh-oh. What does he have? He has the Arch. Come on, Dragonite. You got this, buddy. Damn! Aw, Dragonite, aw. He does double up on the Gengar. Hurricane disabled. I will lock myself back into Outrage. And Volt Switch into Kang. I'll give him another stamina, but I'm kind of okay with that. That time, I actually didn't want a Mega. If I had a normal set, I would have liked to not fake out. But, you know. It is what it is. Now I'm forced to protect. This set is so bad. I did give him enough defense to live that. Oh no, Dragonite, dodge it. It's time, Kangaskhan. Waste everyone's time with the animation. Yo, Manectric holding it down. Okay, we defeated Booty Wizard. Probably our first real win. Still feels very undeserved though. Do I edit the team already? It's so bad. Sand, Snow, 3 potential Megas. Haven't actually brought out the Garg yet. 50 games is a lot, so as you might guess, we gotta speed things up. Game 4 started off well. Maybe they just want to get up the veil? They just straight up Blizzard. Do not freeze. Sick. Bonk. Sash? No sash. But a Drill and a Sinistra showed off just how terrible that meme set was. We're forced to protect. Plus Tinkaton was just sitting useless on the field. In my genius, everything I brought was weak to ground, so I didn't feel great swapping it. I don't have Dragonite. Alright, I'll just die then. Show me how much a resisted last resort does. A bit underwhelming, you could say. In the end, I simply didn't have a way to break the cup of tea. Big L. Let's adjust the team. I mashed A and didn't adjust the team, but also, unfortunately, losing in the low tiers means you get matched back up with a bot for a pity win. I mean, I know I'm bad, but I want to face real people. Lucy seems real. We'll bring Manectric again. Is it Mega Sharpedo team? Game 6 sure was a game of all time. Faked out the Whimsicott scared of inner focus and spread some Thunder Waves, which was absurdly effective on the Dragonite. I am very annoying, huh? We miss a Thunder Wave. They get paralyzed again. Maybe I shouldn't be scarfed. It'd be nice to, like, go for a Snarl. Volt Switch out. Oh my god. This Dragonite cannot move. The one turn they can move, they trade their Mega for setting Manual Rain for the incoming Basculegion, and with their Tailwind, the Primarina is indeed faster than the Gengar, causing some problems. Plus, Kang can't touch the Basculegion, and the Prim going down just allows Tailwind to go right back up. That raises a question, though. So he's gonna pick who he wants to KO. If he's locked into Last Respects for some reason, he can't touch me. If Swift Swim, why Tailwind? Could it be Scarf Adaptability? Kangaskhan, unmega evolve. He is locked in. We can't touch each other. Oh my god. I win. How much PP does Last Respect have? He struggles first. Even if I'm the one to struggle, it might KO. Wow. Well, that's an embarrassing way to win. We're changing the moves. Oh crap. Okay. It was not able to cancel. One more with this. Incineroar, sand stuff. What if I just toss Dragonite out there? Let's do it. I don't know. I'll fake out the D-Tire. Get a Tailwind off. That makes sense. Ah, they don't. Okay. I feel like we have lost too much momentum already. We just lose. The Incin has arrived, but the Intimidate is wasted. I'm gone. He doesn't know how bad my set is. We lose our Sash to the sand, though. Surely it's Protect, T-Tar, Swap, Incin? He doesn't know how badly I need the Fake Out to work, even if it doesn't flinch anything. Okay. That works. Unfortunately, Sinistra is my Garganacl's worst nemesis. And I'm forced to protect here. I mean, maybe he does want to target me down. Oh, Strength Sap. Willow, yes. The bad set works out. Nobody would ever expect this. This drags on for a while with a lot of uninteresting pivoting and Rage Powder protecting his drill and T-Tar from body press, but he lets me get my iron defenses and free damage on the Matcha, which is by far what I needed the most. I need that damage. Thank you. If I don't flinch the Rock Slide, I mean, this feels pretty safe. We don't flinch. Cool. So it's just T-Tar. If only I had Wide Guard right now. That ain't doing nothing to my boy. Get out of here. Bonk. Hey, okay. Somehow we won that. It feels bad to be doing nothing with Kangaskhan. Time to do a little team tune-up. Yeah, they didn't give him power-up punch back. I don't know why everyone was so confident that they would. If it were tossing on the Drain Punch, most of all we need the Sucker Punch, no more Basculegion, PP Stall endgame, and the Body Slam, sure. That sounds fun. Kinda wanna ditch Recover. I don't feel like I'm gonna get the opportunity. I wanna rock with Wide Guard for a bit. That's good for now. We'll keep changing as we go. We probably got some Zard Y, Sleep Powder spam stuff, and there's no safety goggles in the game. Okay, this is a very dumb lead. Okay, it could be worse. How about a little Icy Wind? I don't know. Does he just double my Gengar? I'd maybe rather get the Shadow Ball off. He does fake me out. Fair enough. We trade Shadow Balls. We'll see if they're also Sash. Yep, we lose both speed ties. Guess that Icy Wind would have been nice. But there's a way to claw back some momentum. I can go see if they have Protect on this Gengar with the little scrappy fake out. They get a free Tailwind if they want it. They also maybe just swap if they see the scrappy coming. They don't see it coming at all. They learned an ability today, maybe. And my fake out is disabled. No. Okay, that's huge. Oh my god, it feels so good to have coverage. And I can Mega right now instead of waiting. Understandable. Too bad I wasn't forced to protect by my bad moveset. I'll take that trade any day. He needs like a Heat Wave double burn, I don't know. Ooh, helping hands. Yep, that's totally okay. The E-Speed probably picks it up, right? Tailwind might be safer. Has Protect, Tailwind was safer, but I can just try it again next time, and I body slammed the Whimsicott, so. Multi-scale, we eat it up. The baby finishes off the 1 HP, and we're looking good. We reached the Great Ball. We used 50 normal moves. A little cutscene. Congratulations, thank you. A rather great title. Great trainer. Oh, so many VP from the weekly missions. Oh my god. All 6 potential megas. Okay. I really need like a default mode. Because I don't really know what he's gonna do. A little Chlorophyll Victory Bell action? Or is it Mega Victory Bell? What is Mega Victory Bell's ability? Should I know that? It is Chlorophyll Sleep Powder. And he misses. He wants that Sleep Powder. He's probably gonna get it this time. We do get some damage off now, because we are very fast. Oh my god. He gets it. No more Sleep Powder. Air Slash, I mean, that's fine. It's regular Manectric, my boy! Means we won't be able to get our Tailwind back up, but if you're not Sash, you're gone. Oh, you are. Dang. Break my scale. Heat Wave misses the Dragonite. I think Kangaskhan goes down. Yeah. I could get a little Icy Wind off here, perchance. Perhaps, to help my Dragonite outspeed. The Tailwind went away, right? Bummer. Come on, Rage. Target the Charizard. Yes! We love gambling. I still outspeed and get both here. Because he's Sash, he's not Scarf. Ooh, full team of shinies. I did lead this thinking Monkey Brain take out the Ghost, break the Sash. But the Sash could probably be on the Whimsicott. Ooh, it's Mega Gengar. Sash Whimsicott. Yeah. The shiny Mega Gengar. Very cool. Maybe double protect here. Yeah. Clever. Being such an Encore fan, I really should have considered it. Yeah, I'm boomed. GG. I really should have seen the Shadow Tag Encore trap coming. Kang gets its second and final struggle off, but it thankfully lands into the substitute, allowing Assault Cure to go into the Gengar. Well, Iron Defense for what's in the back. They actually can't remove Garg very easily. I did not Shadow Ball you. Well, that's a pretty bomb-ass Icy Wind then. They saw me Icy Wind before. It's Yachi. The limited items in this game goes hard. They Flower Tricked right through my Iron Defense though, of course. So I would like to get rid of that. There's no way you protect EQs here. On the off chance. Oh, it's stomping. It was too good to be true. But we're just getting healthier and the Tailwind is now gone. With the threat of Icy Wind spam, the cat stays in to take out the Gengar, but goes down to the Body Press. Another threat to the Garg removed. Do I care about the Tailwind? I don't think I care that much. He's gonna outspeed regardless. Alright, yeah, I didn't go after you. If E-Speed doesn't KO, they can Encore me into it and then I can't touch Gengar. But Gengar still has to remove the Garg. Can it do that? And I don't think it can. They just forfeit, yeah. Wow, the Garg in the back. It could not be handled. After a disastrous Encore trap and a struggle, we're completely fine. A rather Hisuian team. I hate Sinistra. Does that mean I don't bring Garg though? I'm really liking these four. Manectric only comes if there are like 4 water types. Yes, we block the Intimidate. Surely Frostlass wants to protect here. Because I want to fake it out and Shadow Ball so bad. I'll just get some damage on the Arcanine. Okay, they swap it. Well, would have been really nice to Shadow Ball that slot. Wow. Wish I had Protect right about now. I guess we'll go into the Dragonite. I'm a little scared he gets, like, his Unburden off, so Icy Wind would not help. Oh, he's not that fast, but I am not that strong. Just a Throat Chop, that's okay. Well, this is awkward. Dragonite's here now. I can't Terra. I'm leaving again. Well, I like the Icy Wind. I'm faster than the Sneasler. They're doing a lot of swapping. I'm fine with this free damage. I get to see if they're scale here, and I'll have my Fake Out back on the board. He's gonna swap back into Frostlass. Okay. Get some good damage there. Citrus. Special defense drop might matter if I'm not targeted. I am. Rock Slide. Ouch. Rock Slide tumbles down. We need the announcer guy back. Buy the yearly membership immediately. Earthquake tears open the ground. What you got for a Garganackle? Nothing. I love me some Iron Defense. Protects, okay. Free defense. You're never breaking me. I ain't body slamming. We're good. Would rather not eat a close combat. They finally Mega. Very cool. We actually tank the Blizzard. Holy moly. Alright. That's fine. Because we do get that KO. They closed the game? Maybe is what that means? Unless my internet actually had a thing. I'm online. Oh! We can return to the battle! Huge technology! You can return to the battle? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Sure, let's Fake Out there and let's not get Blizzarded. Could also get Assault Cure down. He does protect, that's why I did not want to get Blizzarded here. It'd be rather big brain of them to single target, but like, what do they have? They can't Shadow Ball me. Yeah, they might not have like Ice Beam. I can now Sucker Punch, Wide Guard spam, and I think we're okay. This team ain't so bad. Believe in the cards. Yeah, we're still in Great Ball. All the goats race to the ladder. They're already Master Ball. Wow, a 7-win streak. Surely things will keep going this well for the rest of the night. Toxicroak, Mega Drampa. Okay. Trick Room Sinistra, I guess. Trick Room Gengar. I just keep bringing the same guys now. It's like, it's working. And I wasn't loving my Tinkaton set. See if they protect. Ooh, Mega Gengar, okay. Does Toxicroak get Encore? I assume he would just try to fake me out. I did not go for the scrappy fake out into the Gengar this time. So we get some free damage, I'm cool with that. With the speed drop, I feel pretty safe just going after the Toxicroak and getting a Shadow Ball down. It's true that we're not fast, but surely fast enough after the drop. They substitute, I'm not Sucker Punching. I learned my lesson there. That is not enough, wow. I'm kind of surprised by that. Alright, eat a big knockoff. Not gonna sugarcoat it, not going Mega for the fake out kinda caused everything to unravel. Incin pivots in, and it is revealed to be Perish. Okay, I guess I could have guessed that by the substitute. Perish Trap Gengar. I simply do not have the tools to combat this, and it is a slow, agonizing death. Which I'd be fine showing more of, but looking at how I'm trimming these games into around 2 minutes each, this video is gonna be too long. I probably should have done 20. Yeah, played right into that. Yeah, I don't know what I have for that. I wish I had more pivoting moves other than Volt Switch Manectric. Like, pivoting fake outs around is so valuable. I titled this as the beginning of the Dark Age, and yeah, spoiler, things didn't go too well for a little bit. It was quite late, I suppose I'd become quite tired, and was really just clicking buttons most of the time without any real thought. This would be a good era to move through more briskly. Yeah, it's not ideal. Clear Smog gets used. Clear Smog mentioned to wipe a Calm Mind off a Sylveon, but that's not gonna save me because I was too scared to get my Wide Guard in on that turn instead. Icy Wind misses the Sneasler, and I get the mind game wrong every time on if they're going to Quick Guard the Fake Out. The cracks in both my team and complete lack of ability are starting to show. Do I recognize this team? Is this a bot team? Am I getting a pity game? Yeah, seems like 2 losses in Great Ball still means back to a bot. Kinda think that should be left in Pokeball. That was not real. That's a shame. Back to real with a shiny Frostlass, the Rotom Fridge Blizzard spam. Seems fun. Feel bad always bringing these. I brought Manectric to the bot game. Just because. It was fun, maybe more so for my opponent. I should have trusted my gut that they would veil and not let me Sucker Punch. Also, I noticed right away that the Salt Cure seemed to be doing baby damage, but I never vocalized it for some reason. I guess I had the tiniest doubt that maybe I was wrong and it never did as much damage as I thought. But no, it clearly got cut in half. They did guard kinda dirty with this game. He already kinda needed Terra. Like, surely they expect me to Wide Guard again here. Because it's like Blizzard, Discharge, and Earthquake all on the field right now. I guess I'll do it. Yeah, they switch back. He can just go right back into Rotom and hit me with another Earthquake because he's in my head. I'm not gonna Wide Guard. He knows it. Yep, there it is. They easily pivot around my NPC plays that I make despite calling the opposite, and I can never do enough damage through the veil. Get a little quirky. Bring the Manectric. They're on a 3-win streak. Uh-oh. We tank a Pop Bomb, unloase the mouse, successfully get Manectric in to take the Electro Shot, which was his purpose. Figure I can start spamming Snarl into these special attackers, but we're still gonna have a bit of a tough time breaking through, because I'm gonna give him a lot of defense. Very true, especially when one of my cope plans of dealing with it, Salt Cure, does no damage now. The game continues with me clicking too fast and ignoring what I expect to happen. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I was like, they're gonna swap back into the our chat. Why would I do that? It's not on the screen, I don't see it anymore. Yeah, I should have doubled up the Pelipper. That was my first thought, and then I was like, oh, this is quite effective. Despite everything, it remains close, but they have just enough Tailwind, and I have no Protect to stall it out. Too bad. I'm pretty bad at this. And these embarrassing performances meant it was time for the government-mandated pity game. Man, I think I'd just rather lose on repeat. Ironically, a very bot-sounding name is a real person with scary rain stuff. Unconventional, but I want to bring Tinkaton a bit more. No special damage. Why did I not bring Gengar or Salt Cure for the Outchild? We're dead. But we'll paralyze anyway here. I should probably have Double Edge, because I just don't do enough. Yeah, having nothing for Arch was a decision of all time, making me lock into Outrage, with Meganium coming out to replace the Fainted Frog. Well, that's not good. That's not what you want to see. Yeah, okay. War boomed. Don't worry, Manectric's got this. Easy 2-shot on the Arch. Meganium gets paralyzed like 10 times. Manectric don't got this. Another real match. I love seeing shinies. I'm just so clueless. I'm so bad. I have no answers for anything. Just tossing stuff at the wall. There's a redemption arc coming, don't worry, but it's not now. I call the Farig swap in, and Tinkaton finally gets to fake out through Armor Tail, while I attack regularly with the Kang. Yippee! But we miss another Thunderwave on Sneasler as I lament more of my moveset choices. Having like Stomping Tantrum and Low Kick instead of this stuff, I don't know. And this turns into a game where I leave Tinkaton sitting around, not contributing anything. They easily get their Kingambit in Trick Room, and I knew they wouldn't let me encore it. It somehow remains close by calling all the obvious protects, but a crit undoes any chance I had at maybe somehow getting through that. No, pity battle. Yay. Kind of flying through this pass. I'm like 17. Oh, how is it so late? I'm addicted to getting destroyed. Maybe last game for the night. Then maybe I'll make some changes again. Maybe I'll put Protect on some more things, I don't know. Archaladon, we lose. What if he doesn't see this coming? I'll just fake out chat of all the Gengar. Nah, he saw it coming. I need to get one win on a non-bot to go to sleep. That might be a bot. Gonna change a couple of Dragonite's moves. Kinda hilarious, but I'm actually gonna toss this on for Archaladon. And I don't think I'm ever pressing Trick Room. It's a cool thing to have, in theory. I'll toss on the goofy coverage. It should just be Protect, man. Interesting, very cool. The Cleavor, and they lead it. You're gonna hit me with a Stone Axe. Get them Stealth Rocks up. I'm perfectly fine faking out a Whimsicott and getting some free defense. Not a double Protect? Okay. The perfect turn. You know, I should really learn. I should probably be sleeping. There's the Stone Axe. Am I crazy, or can I not check their team? I don't remember what they had. They crit me! Did they let me fake them out? Like, they protect here, right? Nobody runs okay. Why do I never go with what I strongly believe is gonna happen? Despite that, it turns out the momentum gained from the first turn Iron Defense alone was enough to carry me through. Okay. Okay, we take both those KOs. We did it. We 4-0'd a real player. Wow. I want so badly to just keep going. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's launch night. A great decision. Well then, it was time to lock in. Can I go to sleep peacefully, knowing that I had finally escaped the Dark Age? Sun, Tail Room, I lose. I see Furrygraph, I want to bring Tinkaton to be able to fake it out. Even if that's predictable. And then I love the ability to maybe get an Iron Defense off next to a fake out. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Sure, surely they don't know about Moldbreaker, and they just let me fake out their Charizard. You really want to Solar Beam my Garganacl. You really want to Heat Wave my Tinkaton. It's gonna do so much. Yes! Saltify! Yes! Charizard's gone! We did it! Well, I'm scared of the matchup, so I guess I'm saving guard for later. They get the room off, but they don't have a ton of offense. We get Scaldburned and miss a Thunderwave, granted with the nerf to full para, not very impactful. Then they crit Dragonite, but it still feels fine. Well, Kang has yet to hit the field, so time to start doing damage. I probably should not be running Body Slam. But maybe that worked in my favor, as I avoided the Giraffe to stall more of the Trick Room, meaning when the Gambit finally hit the field, it couldn't do much. The turn 1 gamble on the Charizard felt like it more or less won the game on the spot. And they forfeit, yes. It's cool that you don't have to finish inputting your move for the forfeit to go through. Don't have to sit around waiting. Wow, a win streak bonus, what's that? We ranked up instead of bouncing back and forth forever. Man, I'm so bad. I'm gonna train the Kang. I think we gotta do more damage. I slept, somewhat. I've learned a couple things, a couple day 1 discoveries. Apparently, the full para chance halved, which is crazy, because we got a lot of those. Also a couple freeze and sleep duration nerfs. Plenty of moveset changes, Arch Lost Body Press. There's also no Dozo or Ursaluna in the regulation. How did I mention both of them in my half-baked prep and they didn't make it in? I was wondering, like, we're not really facing any. Now, I do think to have the best odds of actually winning more games, I should have a back to the drawing board moment. Really stop and take the time to ponder what I can do to improve the team I was dealt. But I kinda doubt I would even find it. And I also just want to hop back in and keep on learning. Even if I know the learning is not the most valuable when it's part bad play and part bad team. And it's hard to know which. I know that is the wisdom. I do feel like I've been lacking tools or good switch-ins. The only other time I played VGC was the first regulation of Scarvy. Went like 16-4 to get the Master Ball. I remember feeling like I was making correct plays. I was kind of proud of myself, like, oh, I can do this. I feel like I could play at least a little better than I have been here. I do want to try out Double Edge, though. I want more damage. No power-up punch feels bad. 24th, I'm going 24th. Isn't this my 24th game? Or 25th? I think it's 25th. That'd be crazy. Full shiny team, rain, scary stuff, Gengar, Meganium. Yeah, okay. You see, I need like a plan, since I keep facing the same team, but I'm not smart enough to come up with a plan. I could have led Manectric, but I do kind of like swapping it in to get the surprise lightning rod. Things start out alright. Fake out goes off, I get my own Tailwind, waiting one turn to get the lightning rod in, which works out. Manectric goes first to break the scale for Kangaskhan, we tank the Hurricane, and with the Snarl spam, we even live there, follow up Snarl. Despite a lot going decently well, Tailwind runs out. As I expect, they do expect the Sucker Punch, and yeah. Uh-oh, Defiant. That's really all they needed. I don't have a good way to break the bridge. It's embarrassing, but I might need to be bailed by a Focus Blast. They surely know I want to swap Manectric out. I assume they just sucker the Gengar. I just need a land. Land! No. No, we don't get it. Focus Blast does not count as a good way. Wait, is forfeiting, like, BM? Because there are the missions for, like, getting KOs with certain types? I didn't really think about that. Well, that's what I get for running Focus Blast. Cool. Drampa. We have not seen Drampa actually hit the field. I feel lost without my boy Garg. We're going back to these four. Does he protect? Does he see it coming? It's always the question. Do they see the scrappy fake out coming? They do not. They're not fast. Okay. They live it. I might go back to Outrage. Call me crazy. I have the other single target moves if I really need to target something. Fair enough. Didn't want a sucker. I didn't feel Tox was dangerous enough to justify doubling up. I needed to cover the Typhlosion. Kangaskhan will not be sticking around, but we get the Sylveon gone. That's amazing. Double Edge is probably the right call. Yep, critically we survive. We can get a Drain Punch off. Drampa super slow, base 36. It's cool how, you know, even if my team building's terrible, and there isn't much to be gained knowledge-wise building with such, like, forced-on-you bad cores. It's not even that bad. I think I'm playing badly. I'm definitely getting to know all the speed stats through it. They have a very slow team, and I don't see, like, the Trick Room. This felt like a pretty easy matchup. Yeah. I don't think Tox 1v4 is here. That could be the first game where I feel like I didn't misplay terribly, but it also, I feel like they made it pretty easy for me with the lack of speed. Why am I so bright? Alright, more Gengar Charizard stuff. There's never anything... Have I gotten a single Encore off? I'm always too slow. 7 win streak. We're doomed. They're flying up to Master Ball. Well, I'm sure they just fake me out, but I'll keep them honest. I have 2 viable switch-ins depending on what I think is coming. I mean, I guess I just go into Sash Guy. He could, like, protect EQ, since he didn't see Wide Guard. Stomping, we take that. Add CC into Guard to make sure it goes down. Understandable. But we keep our Sash. Force them to show Protect, I suppose. Get a little Icy Wind. Don't have it. That's good. Huge damage. They do hang on. I also forgot if they consumed an item. Did they White Herb after close combat? I'm gonna assume they're fast. Okay, it works out. I mean, they didn't protect last turn, so... Cool. Yeah, we're faster. We get those 2 down. We did it. I feel like they follow me to get around to the Sucker Punch and the Shadow Ball, thinking like, oh, it's Gengar, he's scary. I'm kinda just gonna punch the mouse. They don't follow me. Unfortunate. Super Fang. At least it's not Pop Bomb, because I think I would have gone down to that. Chopple. Okay. Rip. At least we get some decent damage on the second hit. Now it's all on Dragonite. I guess we get our Tailwind. They do protect. I'm too scared to Sucker Punch the Gengar, though. Ooh, bad poison. We do hang on, of course. I mean, I do still want to target them down. And we're fast now. So, there's that. We get a big stomping off. I don't think we get enough HP back to live the poison. They get the double. No. But they waste that attack, honestly. I keep my scale. I was going down anyway. Okay, we're bailed. It kind of feels safer to go after the mouse. It depends if Gengar protects here or next turn, because I have 2 turns of Tailwind. I assume Stomping also KO'd, but that's good, that's safer. That does so much. Yeah, it's a crit. Crit poison! But we cure the poison. That doesn't matter though. We're in range of another. So if they protect, they win. But they don't. It is not Perish Gengar. Wait, did we end like their 7-win streak? Ooh. Okay. Charizard, Venusaur stuff. Intimidated, and I don't value the Tailwind that much. Sure, could be a bit of a throw, but we get the Icy Wind next turn. We have the faster Fake Out. Do Dragon Claw that slot. Break the Sash, figured. Dragon Claw disabled, that only matters if they are Scarf. Let's see if we can blow up that slot. Maybe they are Scarf. Okay. I think they just go down then. Easy. Get that speed drop. Ken goes next. 1 hit. Don't take double rough skin. Feels good. Here we go with this fast sleep powder. But they miss. And our Icy Wind from before means we get the Charizard. That's pretty much it. We're getting some luck with the sleep powders. Yeah, if they hit that, I mean, they get a massive heat wave off. And then things get interesting. I have Garg in the back. Mainly for the Charizard. We did it! Ultra Ball tier! Wow! You're forced to quit battling. New cutscene? Congrats on reaching the Ultra Ball tier. This ultra special title, Ultra Trainer. Who would have guessed? 5 more mons in the box. Love that. Because I don't think I'm buying the membership. I do not need the membership. I don't know if I'm playing any better after sleeping. I feel like it's more likely that the sweatiest people were playing right away. And they've all graduated up to Master Ball already. I mean, it's still day 1. It's still April 8th. Okay, Frostlass, Whimsicott, Scizor, very cool. A couple Mega Charizard teams defeated, and finally into Ultra Ball. The Dark Age was well behind us, but nothing lasts forever. There's nothing that interesting to highlight here. I just don't play around the Frostlass and Intimidate Cycling Incin well. I never trust myself to Wide Guard at the correct time, afraid of Veil going up, so we lose too much too quickly. I did not sucker that slot, thankfully. Yeah, we're not going to be doing much damage, and they got their berry. I think we're done. GG. Time to be stuck at the beginning of Ultra Ball for all time. Aggron, that's cool. I kind of just pressed those buttons. We don't have Fake Out in the lead for maybe the first time? The wall. We see big Mega Aggron. Coaching. Yo, this is kind of fire. The unbreakable wall indeed. I prioritized the Salt Cure into it to feel a bit safer, but my head is still in the world where Salt Cure does double damage. Thankfully, Dire Claw was also nerfed, so no status comes out. Get Sneasler gone. That's good. And they take Garg. Could have Iron Defense on that first turn instead of the Salt Cure, but I don't have a great way to break this, so I'm valuing all this Steel-type Salt Cure damage. Focus Blast would not even KO through Filter. They could go Sinister here. Get the heal. Yeah. No Protect, no Rage Powder. I'm kind of just ignoring the Aggron right now, using my speed to try to take some KOs. Do I need to be bailed by a Focus Blast again? I kind of feel like I'm never breaking this Incin otherwise. Yeah, obviously Fake Out. We miss again! He's gonna have a billion defense. We cannot land a Focus Blast. That's 0 for 3. We're intimidated, not gonna do much at all. Crit? Not a crit? Crunch. Don't tell me this is a bot, and they just have better bots in Ultra Ball. Unfortunately, I feel like I have to fake this out to not get blown up. And I'm just gonna keep trying. I could target down the... I could have, like, had the Aggron gone by now. We get to see the animation. There it is. Bam. At this range, Shadow Ball should practically KO. Be close. It was indeed. Okay. Tyranitar Admirer. It is a real person, right? Just using a fun Aggron team. And I guess Crunch on Incineroar is actually not a red flag. He lost knockoff. That's completely normal. I see Giraffe. I will bring the never brought Tinkaton. I will do it. Nothing too interesting here. I'm fine with sacrificing Tinkaton to 2 overheats, better than it sitting on the field for too long doing nothing, while I set up Garganacl to try to weather the storm of the Gator. I thankfully do make the most obvious call of all time, expecting the Salt-Cured -4 Rotom to switch into the draft to block my Fake Out, and trade Kang for the Gator so that Dragonite doesn't get Dragonized into oblivion. Tailwind goes up, but unfortunately the 1 HP Giraffe survival this time has no silver lining, and leads to an interesting endgame. Here's where they reveal Cudshoe. It was never Armortail. Yeah, Recover would actually go pretty hard here. I cannot do enough damage fast enough. He 2-shots for sure, yeah. If I had Protect, it would be a 3-shot and I'd get enough Salt Cure damage, I think. Yeah. We take it on 1! I knew it would be close. I don't think it's enough damage though. Just barely not enough, man. If I had Protect. Man, imagine I revealed it now. They'd be upset. That feels bad. I'm putting Protect on like 3 things right now. Just see how it feels. I like never click E-Speed, but how can I ditch it when I'm like slow max attack? It's like I forget I have it. Maybe there have been times when I should have clicked it, and it would have been very important. Gengar and Garganacl have Protect now. We'll see. I was never clicking Thunder. I was like, oh, in the rain matchup, it seems fun. Speaking of rain, we have Sun with Basket Legion. I see the ghosts, like the Typhlosion. I want to see if they know about Scrappy Fake Out, but I see the Sneasler, and I'm like, I don't want to be stuck with Kangaskhan on the field. It's the Typhlosion Sun lead. All right, I feel good about this then. Stop that Eruption. In case they know about it, I won't double it down as much as it might be nice to weaken the Eruption, but I can Sucker next turn. They let it go off. Huge damage. I'm okay with that. Big Salt Cure. Do they just go for the KO on the Garg? I have Protect now, so I can do that. Goes off. Very nice. Hits Heat Wave. I swap Wide Guard for Protect. And of course, it's a Heat Wave. I don't see the world in which they let me live unless they're really scared on me. I Sucker Punch their Charizard. Ooh, they Fake Out. Heat Wave. We live. And I do be having Protect on both of these. So I can just let him go down to the Salt Cure and get some more recovery. It feels good to have Protect, even if I'm not making great use of it so far. It turns out it's really important for good positioning. Who would have thought? We can skip through the rest of this. This game was just local man finds out Protect feels good to have in real time, even though he already knew that. No Protect. We have not been boomed. We get the Sneasler. The Sneasler. They do KO my Dragonite, so if they have a way to not attack, this gets unfortunate. We're good. We're good, baby. Time to block this window. I've activated my Cloud9. It's still kind of leaking through. More Sneasler, more Kingambit, more Sun. Oh no. This seems like a big EQ coming my way, and I do not have Wide Guard anymore. Just Bulldoze. Okay, we live. Do we live another one plus a Heat Wave? Probably not. Do we live a Solar Beam? Absolutely not. I guess I just stay alive then and let Tink go down. Oh, they do Solar Beam me. Okay. Nice Thunder Wave, but Tink does not go down, and I kind of wanted Fake Out to come in, but... well, they go for Heat Wave this time. Why? Allowing the Salt Cure to go off, and for Gengar to come in and finish off the Charizard. Now I will Icy Wind. They're probably Scarf, huh? They only ever went for Bulldoze. Yeah, we take this, though. Bulldoze is disabled. They're probably Scarfed and disabled. Taunt, that's fine. Big Icy Wind, big Body Press, we got this. I don't know if just having the couple Protects is making the difference. It feels a lot more playable. I do kind of feel like I can just Protect to get out next to Kangaskhan. See if they struggle on the Garchomp. Yep. All the sun and rain, all the sleep powder stuff. This is what I have to go deal with. We gotta buy some drip. That's up next. It's kind of tempting to Fake Out the Garchomp, because Charizard is so threatened here. I would surely expect to Fake Out on that. I knew it! Well, I just had this feeling. Like, this is definitely the time that they do Protect Charizard. But I was like, oh, if I get Solar Beamed, I'd die. Yeah, I just go down to the double ups. If only I had Wide Guard. This is like the time. Heat Wave, Earthquake. It would be so clutch. Man, it would have felt so good. I knew it was coming. And it's Scarfed into Earthquake. So we just die. No outspeeding for me. He misses the Gengar. That's cool. And we do survive. No burn. Wow. I EV'd for that specifically. I also EV'd my Gengar's evasion stat. That bit of luck actually keeps me in the game that I thought was lost for quite a while, but it wasn't quite enough. Missed the Icy Wind. You don't have Moonblast. Miss. Oh, Draining Kiss. Yeah. We could have had that. That was, honestly, multiple opportunities to win that. It's because we have no drip. The purple glove, yep. None of the shoes speak to me. Oh yeah, we need to pose. No, I haven't earned the cool poses. I know, these are all way too emotive. We'll get a nice basic underhanded throw. Now I won't throw any more end games. Rob with more rain. Gambit protects, off to a good start with a fake out into the correct target. Taking an unboosted sucker punch is totally fine, and despite the chopple, we heal up nicely. The tailwind I felt I didn't need turn 1 goes up, and he gives me both. The Mega Manectric comes out, but I didn't bring my own as I feared I'd be stuck spamming Snarl against their competitive and Defiant. Anyone remember Manectrics on this team? Things are going smoothly until... Oh, I completely timed out. Why was there like nothing on my screen? Uh-oh. Does it mean it goes for E-Speed? Yeah, that's a bummer. Unfortunate, stomping into the Manectric would have been pretty free. Gengar gets parried and goes down, but that allows Fake Out to come in and they let it go off. Yeah, we could have had that last turn. Alright, I don't know if we can actually deal with this Milotic. It'll be kind of tough. Rain is gone, so Garg can take something. Might be crazy. I might want the little bit of health over KOing myself too early with Double Edge. I'll Double Edge next turn. Yeah, they are going after me, makes sense. See, I'm glad I didn't KO myself. Oh, we get burned. But even that's valuable chip with the Salt Cure. And we stick around one more turn. That's most important. Just Icy Wind. We live. Yep. Cool. Again, I feel like they made it a little easy on me. Not really swapping their leads. They just let Kingambit sit there. Those sucker punches were not doing the most. We've got the drip. That's why. He did not. Got Ben. With more Sun, Venusaur, Sneasler, and Sin. I am doing all of this on April 8th. I do assume if I waited a few days and just played like on Friday, the matches would probably be a lot easier because everyone would be in Master Ball. It would just be the stragglers, people like me with goofy teams. But we're not here for easy games. We're here to die to sun and rain non-stop. The 4-win streak. That's a big Rotom. Is that an alpha? Is this just good old Disquake? That's not the most effective into my lead. Probably tempted into going for a Dragon Claw on my Dragonite. We'll see. Yeah. We'll get our Tailwind. And if he just stays in with these two, I'm pretty sure I can KO the Rotom. And then Outrage will go into Chomp. Very nice. Get that last 1%. Alright. Cool. We are now stuck in this. No more Fake Out. Rather vulnerable to whatever comes in like that. Yeah. We maybe dodge a Fake Out or close combat with this. We'd probably still eat a Heat Wave, but we'll see. Might need to Fake Out the Dragonite too. Outrage is pretty free here. No Fake Outs. It goes off. Charizard takes a lot. We do dodge a CC. Heat Wave will hurt. It is a crit, but we don't get burned, so we're okay. Well, I don't feel like I needed to make any crazy calls, but our lead was solid, and that felt perfectly manageable. They didn't go with the sleep spam, which I am grateful for. I think we ended his 4-win streak. Chris with the sand. Been a while. It's no secret our team does not love ground. Ooh, Sneasler Admirer. I should put on my, like, Garganackle Admirer or something. T-Tar heads out right away. I don't get baited into any kind of fighting move into it, and get the Tailwind. But I don't have much to combat Rage Powder Sinistra next to Mega Drill. I already feel pretty out of the game. Outrage at least encourages the Matcha to leave, and it targets the Drill, who has enough bulk to live the follow-up body press. E-Speed picks it off, but the game slows right down with Corviknight matching my setup. I got the Salt Cure on it post-haste. Unfortunately, the Matcha is still my nemesis, and Outrage targets incorrectly. My only way through this strength-sapping teacup is my Gengar, but it swaps back to the T-Tar, which I really should have expected and could have called, but I kinda just forgot it was in the bag. There's only one way back into this. Pretty behind here. I'm gonna fake up the Corviknight, and I guess shut up all the T-Tar. To easily just go back and heal his Corviknight back up. Ah, smart. I am just gonna Drain Punch and Shadow Ball the T-Tar again to cover for the swap. Because if I get either one of them, he body presses my Kang. I'm down to Gengar. Gengar could conceivably 2v1. Does swap, so I get the Shadow Ball here. It does kill. I get some Drain Punch damage, but Kang goes down after this. It's nothing. Iron Defense, Body Press, Tailwind. Is it Brave Bird? Or is it Roost? We hit it! It's Chopple. With the sand, he lives. That was almost doable. That's pretty funny. That's a shame. Closer than I expected. We never see his fourth move. Well, if that isn't one of the VGC teams of all time. No more Zardwise Venusaur Sneasler. I could bring my Manectric. Volt switch the Charizard into my second fake out, but that requires bringing Manectric and Tinkaton, and then I just have no damage. A thoroughly unsurprising lead. Let's fake out the Venusaur. No protects, but unfortunately Heat Wave burns the Dragonite, burning the Lum, meaning I go to sleep the next turn, and Kang falls to the next Heat Wave. You don't need the play-by-play for this one. It doesn't go too badly, a couple correct calls, but I don't make the call when it comes to the Sneasler in the back. I think if he goes after Gengar, I lose for sure. Yeah. I could have protected then. In no realm do we live a close combat. So as long as he has it. Womp womp. From sun to rain to sun to rain. Where's the Mega Meowstic? Where's the Mega Chestnut? Screw it, this is why we got him in the back. I assume he Dracos the Dragonite though. And doesn't Electroshot the Kang. If Manectric has to eat the Draco, that's also acceptable. It's just Dragon Pulse, which is too bad. Kind of the worst of both worlds there. No special attack drop, and I might be going crazy facing all this rain. Yeah, not looking good. We might be slipping into another Dark Age. Focus, Gengar, focus. I just had no way to touch Arch, so like gambling on Focus Blast, kind of the only way. I did not normal move that slot. Big Pog. We hit. Big Pog. I think we get this. Yeah. How fast is he? Is he super fast, Arch? No, we're fine. The Focus Blast gambling pays off again. After a rough missing the first 3. I am gonna protect and see. They can't do that much to Kang. Okay. I assume they just Aqua Jet if they're not locked. Flip turn. That too. We'll take the Toad. I'll show the sucker this time. If they jet though, it fails. Alright, get a big sucker off. Not quite enough. Oh, it is, it is. A crit on the second one. They forfeit. Wow. Some good luck there. Well, that was unexpected. I can't wait for the next match where I face a Mega Crabominable, a Mega Golurk, a Mega Chandelure, more Charizard Sneasler. At least there's no Venusaur. Disquake. I don't care that it's Ultra Ball. I'm proud of every win I can squeeze out of these guys. See if, should have faked out the other way around. We probably get faked out the first. They don't fake out or protect either. Just straight up CC. Guess I should have faked them out. Get a big stomping here though. They're not Sash, but they repair their defenses. Not quite enough. But we have the E-Speed for this. If they wish to stay in, they could certainly expect it. I will get my Iron Defense off. Unfortunate. Now I can be encored into Iron Defense. I'm low-key gonna Extreme Speed the Whimsicott. I need this thing gone. It's not gonna happen because of the Intimidate. Unfortunate. And I'm playing around Encore too much. I could have just body pressed the left slot. Man, the one time I respect the Encore, it goes terribly for me. I could have attacked. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Garg sits there protecting while the team falls apart. Low-key, I'm protecting Gengar. They do just CC Garg though. I mean, we get one. We get Incin, but that's not amazing. Because Garchomp is back now. Yeah, they just protect DQ. That's also pretty safe. They're Scarf, Chomp. They're always Scarf. I mean, they're forced to KO their own Sneasler. They don't get the double. So we get a big body press. KO! No. And it's now single target EQ. I should have seen exactly how much it did. I didn't see. Maybe with the double protect. I wish I knew the number. But we'll just attack. We live on 2. Was it Rough Skin? I also didn't see that. I don't think it was. Oh my god. Did we win that game? That's crazy. That's the craziest win of the day. What? I know these are all just like pretty casual people on the ladder, but fighting for my life against all these rain and sun teams. Hey, it's a Meowstic. It's someone having fun. I shouldn't have brought Garg. There's not enough for him to do here. It's not a very physical team. 5 win streak. Uh-oh. Does Raichu get like manual psychic terrain? That'd be crazy. It does. It actually does. People were really disappointed that they didn't get their Psychic Surge on Mega Meowstic. They're like, I'll do it myself. But now the Meowstic arrives and will do a billion. Yeah, Garg is just bad here. Why did I bring him? If he had Wide Guard, different story. That'd be pretty sick. Alas, GG's. Continue on your massive win streak. More powerful rain stuff, but a cool team. Superior in there. Guess I'm leaving Garg again. He kind of gets blown away by the top 4. I kind of don't want to trade Fake Out. I'm going to swap in a Gengar. Might be insane. Fakes out the Kang instead of breaking my scale. Is he afraid of inner focus, I guess? Now Gengar might scare the Basque out. I don't know, unless he goes into the rain mode. Yeah, I'll just Shadow Ball it. Doesn't go into rain, we get the free Basque. We see the Darkest Lariat, the spin! I feel like he needed to pivot his Incin out to get the Intimidate down, because the fact that I wasn't intimidated is the only reason Kang can do this much work, and he's not swapping. This is one of those matches where I feel like they make it easier on me by not pivoting around. Let's go into Big Manectric! The good boy! I like Manectric more after doing this. I mean, I don't block their Electro Shot because there's no Power Herb in the game, and they never set up Rain. He's gonna Dragon Pulse. We love one. That's a good boy. A clean win, but yeah, it's one of those matches where I don't feel like I was pushed to my limit. I didn't make any crazy read or any cool good play that like covers for all the options. They kind of just sat there and let me attack them. More Charizard, but no Sneasler, no Sleep. I'll take that. Moldbreaker hits through disguise, right? That seems like a fun reason to bring Tinkaton. It's been way too long. I remember I was using Tinkaton all the time at the beginning, just like spreading Thunder Wave. Then at one point I just stopped. I was like, I need these other 4 too much. The multi-scale Tailwind feels really good. Just an Iron Head. Ow. I would have loved to see a Swords Dance. Could have encored it. I will Thunder Wave Protect. Play it slow. Because when Tink goes down, that's okay with me. Block that. Very cool. Very nice. Get our Paris down. Tink putting in work. Chopple. And our max defense is not enough for that. We take this. Oh, we do. Holy moly. Big +2 body press and Incin. It's gone. Garg and Tink holding it down. Granted, it's just because it happened to work out, but I kind of feel like I picked the right lead here. Even though the only reason I picked Tink was for, like, Mimikyu shenanigans. Insane play coming. Slow Encore onto Whimsicott. I'm kind of fine with going down. There's no point just stalling. Ah, it's a Dazzle. But that's not, like, the most threatening thing ever to be locked into, so I'm kind of fine with that. Thunderbolt. He doesn't really have a great way to hit me. Like, we have a lot of tools in the back. Just gonna keep bouncing around in rank 4 here. Get ready to battle. Ah! That's a pro player who's too busy to enter a proper name. Yeah, Excadrill, that's not good. If I lead the 2 things that can deal with a ground move, they swap an Incin, and I'm just done for the rest of the game. I do kind of like not Mega Fake Out. Keep my Scrappy for now. No swaps, no protects. We get the drill. But that means it's Mega Gengar, so we lose. I don't have a way to stop a substitute. So I'll just Drain Punch, because, like, it's bait, they're gonna protect. But what can I do? They don't protect, they Sludge Bomb the Garg? Superpower, I'm fine, I'm eating that. Yeah? Wow. Okay, they got some interesting moves. They like me, for real. I mean, fair, I'm assuming they have, like, worst case scenario movesets for me. They're not always gonna have Substitute. I am kinda down to pivot out. I don't want to break my sash, though. I want the sand to go away. Ooh, that's unfortunate. If Sludge Bomb is the best thing they had to go for there, I guess I'll Sucker Punch. And Protect. I don't want to get faked out. May as well. Gengar's gone. We're safe. We got it, gamers! Is that a 3-win streak? Oh my god, we made rank 3! We made Ultra Ball rank 3! The Sneasler. Yeah, we got Farig this time. Go with a good old double Fake Out lead, been a while. That's unfortunate. I really do want a double Fake Out. Screw it. Yeah, they're just gonna go Tailwind Eruption. There's no Farig swapping in. Big damage. Unfortunately, we don't really have a Fire Swap in, regardless. Maybe they go Farig this time? I can't do it. I can't Sucker Punch. I'm too scared. They stay in. This is a bad Thunder Wave then. Just a Heat Wave. And a Burn. Oof. Yeah, safe to say everything goes downhill from there. Hi there. Been a while since I had anything to say. Weird. But this one is pretty uninteresting. The mid-game sees Garg getting his defenses up, and it briefly looks like things aren't so bad. Typhlosion locks into a very low HP Eruption just to guarantee not missing the 1 HP Gengar. But ultimately, the Frostlass is still in the back. There was never a chance. We see Rain Arch, we bring Manectric in the back. Maybe helps out on Starmie too. I'm a little scared to bring Garg. All he really does is Salt Cure the Arch. I would need a lot of Iron Defense to take on the Starmie. Too much of a health pack for the matcha guy. 6 win streak. We're dead. The big Starmie in-game. There it is. Figured we would match Tailwind. Starmie is also base 100, so I'm sure they'll outspeed me, which is unfortunate. Do I sucker though? Do we live one? Oh my god, I should have suckered. I'm not familiar with Starmie's game. I know it's huge power. I guess there's no way I was ever living that, yeah. We'll take it out though. Uh-oh, is this another all downhill moment? It might be. We take some trades, but the 2 bulky dragons in the back prove problematic. Despite the drops from Dracos and the Snarl spam, neither my Gengar nor my Manectric in the back are exactly known for their bulk, so it doesn't really matter. It comes close, Electroshot crit takes Gengar down to Sash, but that probably didn't matter, as I doubt I was taking 2 of anything despite the drops. Yeah, couldn't close it out there against the Arch. You can D-rank in Ultra Ball, fair enough. Womp womp. I think we've hit our limit. At least there are no bots in Ultra Ball. That was a great ball only feature. Oh man. No more weather. I'm tired, boss. I'm gonna play with a weather team and it's gonna be a completely different game. Yeah, Excatitar, which I don't know why I've settled on my solution to this mind game being like fake out the Excadrill, because the worst that happens is like they knock off my leftovers, and I value having this defense up to have any chance of dealing with the ground spam. They're Mega T-Tar, not Drill. Big low kick. Ouch. Okay. Guessing Kang goes down to this Earthquake. It is indeed incoming. We get the Drill. Not all bad, because we cannot handle ground moves at all. And my back too don't really enjoy being in the sand. Am I gonna say it again? Is the hill sloping downward? Like, I could protect... They don't leave their Tyranitar vulnerable. They fake out my Garg. But Gengar gets his Sash broken and goes down anyway, so like... What am I doing here? I could have Focus Blasted. That might have been the play. He doesn't protect the T-Tar. That is why I am just drawn to body pressing regardless. I don't want to make that tough call. Because sometimes they do leave themselves vulnerable. We get the stomping, we get the body press, that's huge. We're kind of back in this. Unless we flinch. Oh, we go down to sand. Ouch. We flinch. We're not back in this. We've never been more out of this. He protects this time. I'm Iron Defensing. Protect Iron Defense, bulk up. Same thing. He's bulking up. If I get the Salt Cure and then Iron Defense, I can stall this guy out. I'm pretty sure. We've never been more back in this? Yeah, I'll get my Salt Cure, I'll get my last Iron Defense, and then if we don't get crit, we surely win this exchange. No crit, we're fine. That would have been a bummer. I feel like they bulked up so much, they could have Roost. I'm not going to protect this turn. I'm going to Body Press. I'd rather risk the crit than risk the Roost, because we KO if they Roost. Okay. I give them another chance to crit, but they do not get it. A slightly cringe endgame, but we somehow won that one. So we're back to rank 3, let's go! Is the battle data filled out yet? I haven't been keeping close track of how many I've played. I think we're almost done. Oh, that's cool. It shows you like the most used. There's no way Meowstic is the bottom. Below Simisear. Simisear's in this game? The least popular Pokemon? These aren't all in the roster, are they? Wow, I need to take a closer look at the roster. Garchomp is the most used. It's always running Earthquake. See all the common builds. That's very cool. Like all the various stat crunching websites. I just wanted to see my record though. We have almost completed this battle pass on the first day. And all these VPs are free? I thought that was part of the paid. Wow, okay. And the Meganium icon? I saw that I got the Meganium stone, yeah. So that's also part of the free. There's really not much incentive to buy this. It's $10 for basically Feraligatr and Emborite. And some ZA clothing, which I guess is a good thing that they don't make you feel like you need to spend the $10. Oh, by the way, I did learn the Mega Kang card, this guy, was actually somewhat rare. It's like the more rare full art, or like alternate art, or whatever the terminology is. If you ask me, I would have said the other one looks more expensive, but apparently not. This is like a $50 card, which is kind of hilarious. I'm the only person to ever profit opening Pokemon card packs, so I will now be retiring, never opening another one. It never even crossed my mind the entire time opening that I could get something of return value. I just considered the money spent. As you should. Don't gamble, kids. Kind of funny that I complained about the $15 though. Let's get back in there. I counted, I believe we have 3 matches left. Wow, time flies when you suck at the game. And I guess buying an individual pack, it's like, yeah, somebody probably weighed this, right? if that's still a thing. But based card shop, I guess. Based local business didn't scam me. We got Rain. What do you know? Rain Sneasel. But we got a Scissor on there. That's cool. What did we settle on? Tailwind with the doggo in the back. Can we stay in Ultra Ball rank 3? Or will we drop to 4? Yep, we've got this mini mind game. I'll just fake out the ghost and get my Tailwind. They do more often than not let it happen. And it does so much. That's a crit. Yeah, it usually does like 20%. Big icy wind. Okay. Here's where the times I don't sucker, I usually wish I had. They don't swap, and I feel like Bask is unlikely to protect. It goes off. He's gone. Big Polytoad damage. Another Icy Wind, yep. Do a lot more this time. Still fine. Crit on Kang. Kinda down just Drain Punch the Toad, as weird as that is. Oh, I'm locked into Outrage. I was gonna think about that some more. Oh, maybe I'll swap out my Dragonite that's locked in Outrage. And he's Mega, so it's definitely outspeeding. Yeah, I could have saved the Kang. I live one. But, confuse... No, okay. Maybe I do still save the Kang. Big Outrage. I do want my Gengar Sash, though, that's for sure. I feel like a Fake Out is better than the entirety of my Manectric. E-Speed definitely does not pick up the Dragonite. 2 would. Oh, okay. Yeah, E-Speed's stronger than I expect. I'm like max attack adamant, so I should be using that more. We do tank Bullet Punch, and we go down to the Dragon Pulse. So that was a good E-Speed. I used E-Speed. Wow. And we get our Fake Up back on the board. It's all coming up, Millhouse. I am just going to Thunderbolt the Dragonite. We should be faster. We're Scar. You got this, Manectric. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. We still got Sash Gengar in the back. A clean game, a clean game. The baby gets the final hit. Blink. It's not like that's gonna work on everyone, but I guess I've kind of developed an idea of how I lead into the Rain matchup. Or at least the Basque Legion one. People tend to let me scrappy fake out them. But we've got more Sneasler Snow Discquake stuff. This is where I kind of like getting my defense up at the start, although I feel like that ends up going poorly. Reviewing my matches might be helpful, so it's a good thing I have to edit this. Not like I'm looking to practice with this team long term. It's getting benched after this. I will fake out the Frostlass, and I will Iron Defense. What's the worst case? They protect Ironhead. Like, that's okay. Low kick my Kang, but then I get free defense. Yeah, it's protect Ironhead. Worst case would be flinch. Okay, we get our defense. Here's where I can't really touch Frostlass because I assume they're gonna Veil. Just go for a weird protect. Doesn't really get me much because what comes in after Kang? Nothing that really helps me outspeed. It is just the Blizzard. We get the Drain Punch, Chople, naturally. Yeah, it would have been a good protect then. Just feel like I lose a lot of momentum if they do go for the Veil. There's no way they Veil this turn. They surely sucker the Gengar and just Blizzard. I'll protect the Gengar. I guess that defeats the purpose of covering the Gengar, but I don't know, I'm getting really greedy here. Yeah, that was not a middle ground play at all. They do also sucker, but they get Veil and I get nothing. I be calling it on the wrong turn every time. Now I've basically thrown Gengar in the trash. I saves Gambit, and I'm faster. But he does tank both attacks with the Veil, wow. I thought Frostlass would be way faster. Oh, it's 110. We speed tie if they're max. But that's a Scarf Chomp. I should have known from the usage stats. Yeah, we got nothing left in the tank. GG. But I think because we won one of those games, yeah, we're safe. We're staying in rank 3. We could get down to the line. I think this is our final game. Can we end it on a win? My beloved Sinistra Sneasler. Last time they just let me Sucker Punch their star and I didn't do it. So I'm gonna try it this time and it's not gonna work. Low-key, I'm just faking out the Pelipper and Shadow Balling this star. That just one-shot, honestly. Gengar, you're strong, right? Let's Mega Starmie special defense. It can't be that crazy. They do protect, that's why I wanted to fake out the Pelipper. Did not want the Tailwind going up. And that frees me up to sucker this turn. Unless I just go after the Pelipper. If I really think Shadow Ball's gonna KO. Super greedy, super greedy. Ooh, Icy Wind, it's Scarf Pelipper. Scarf Pelipper! I did not account for Scarf Pelipper. Pelipper goes down, not really a good situation though. I needed that Shadow Ball to go off. It surely goes into Sneasler here. Come on, go into Garg and swap Kang out into Dragonite. Yeah, Sneasler. I needed that to not be Scarf Pelipper. I need to get the Shadow Ball. Or to Sucker. Maybe I've convinced him that I don't have Sucker now. That could be nice. Does fake out that slot. Liquidation. We got a pretty safe switch, but we lose our scale. Poaching. Cool. That's a strong star. I'm dead, aren't I? Huge power +1 in the rain. That's pretty cool. I want to use that, dude. Got a Tailwind. Bit too little too late. In maybe the throw of the Sentry, I'm going to fake out and Stomping Tantrum the Sneasler, because they showed Protect on Starmie already. And if Sash wasn't on Pelipper, it's probably on this. Yeah. We did a thing correctly. Dang, game 50 and I'm actually starting to use my brain. Tragic, you hate to see it. E-Speed plus Sucker Punch could come close to getting Starmie. Either that or I gamble on the Outrage. I really want him to Sucker here and fail. Let's see it. Ooh, that's not enough. He's got some bulk. That is what I wanted to see, yeah. That's why I went for that. Mind game. Do we Sucker the Starmie? Does it protect? Do I just Drain Punch the Gambit? It's probably Chople though and it lives anyway. Yeah, I have to. They protect. I got him on last time, so that's why I think they wouldn't protect. Yeah, I think we die here though to an attack plus Sucker, so. It was pretty safe for them to double attack. It's actually kinda close, but with Chople, I mean, he takes this. Either way, this is a good game. Oh, Kang holds on. Chople, it's Chople. How much health do we get back? Probably not enough. Hit as hard as you can, Kang. Get a little baby crit. Little baby crit. That might be enough health. That might be enough health. 69 HP. It's all down to this. Sucker. Can we live a Sucker? Sucker comes out. We go down. No. That was a hype game. That was cool. We end on a loss, but that was a fun loss. I don't know. That was one of my favorite games. Because like even on the ones that I won and I felt like I played badly, it didn't feel that amazing. Yeah, we end at the base of rank 3. Wasn't able to come back, but that was cool. I believe that is all 50 games. Wow, what an adventure it has been. We're tier 41 on the Battle Pass, almost done with the season. And I've got a few admirers. Yeah, I'm a Garganackle admirer. GG's, till the next cursed team. I'm sure we can do better. Well, that's that. The day 1 experience. What a journey. Ending with a meager record of 31 wins, 19 losses. Or 25-19 if you remove the free win bot games. That was quite the sad late-night failure streak I got off to. Anyway, I'll take going positive. What did we learn? I'm pretty clueless when it comes to playing. Well, no, we knew that already. Learning by watching is good and all, but you really gotta play games to get good. So I suppose we learned that a card pack is not an optimal way to build a team. No, I guess we knew that too. But I had a good time. It's fun to struggle against randomized constraints. I know using good teams would be a much more valuable experience. I could play better and improve faster by having all the right tools. But it's a game, it's for fun, and I do think I got more used to the teams I was facing as I went, and the types of things they would typically do, so even if it wasn't the most valuable experience, it counts for something. In fact, I did pick up a random Mega Glamora team, because it seemed like fun into all the Charizards and Floettes, and I did shoot straight to Master Ball, then hopped into that warm-up tournament thing. Same experience, which makes me feel a little better about my abilities. Then I tried one of those busted Mega Floette teams. Oh my god, it felt so easy. You just click Protect Tailwind, Garchomp EQ, eat Hot Chip and Lie, or set up Calm Mind. That thing is so busted. Welcome back, Xerneas Groudon. There was so little thought required to just run over 90% of teams. Everything just blows up. There's nothing they can do. Well, even with good teams, I know I am far from the skills of the true gamers. And if you're tired of hearing me say that, I guess what I mean is that I know the way I play is kind of based on vibes. I tend to click pretty fast, thinking, this is what I expect him to do, so I'm gonna do this. And that prediction style of play is the more surface level way that most people probably play when they pick up the game. Whereas high level play is more about, these are all the logical plays they can make, so this is my best option based on all those possibilities, thinking several turns ahead, identifying those optimal middle ground plays, not just predictions. At least that's my understanding of it, and I don't see myself ever taking it seriously enough to get there. Anyway, looking forward to trying something like this again at some point. I had various ideas for ways to get random teams that are a bit more creative than something like just using the roster ranch lineup, but I guess that is a way simpler way to accomplish pretty much the same thing. So maybe this was never that interesting of a concept. And of course this video is just a random thing I put out into the world and told nobody about on a 0 subscriber channel. I can't expect hardly anyone will will have watched this, or for this channel to go anywhere. And honestly, that isn't the plan, as weird as that sounds. I wouldn't have the time for it, even if it somehow did. Maybe I just wanted to rediscover my passion for editing, or something sappy like that. I've really only got plans to make a couple one-off Champions videos like this, while I have the passion for it. Even though the game itself is really nothing that impressive, I know. It's just a VGC mobile app. I hear the custom games are in a terrible bare-bones state, they gotta fix that up, add several features and modes. A lot of the disappointment I hear seems valid, although hitting on the limited roster is not one of the things I agree with. This is for competitive, low-power formats with weird restrictions, are generally more fun to solve. Although I guess the ideal situation is everything being in the game for the sake of private matches, but have the latter restrictions limit what you can use. I do wish we had the unevolved guys. I do want the freedom to cook any gimmick I want. In any case, it's more so exciting to see what it does for the scene with the summer mobile release and how it continues to evolve over time, the possibilities for all the different metas. I'm sure I will mostly enjoy just continuing to be a viewer on the sidelines, but I've been into Pokemon for ages. It would have felt bad to let yet another release go by without sharing some of the passion I have for the game in the form of making a couple of videos in a style I think is fun. Maybe more importantly, Gen 10 was actually looking good for once. Plus those distant MMO rumors floating around. Man, if they somehow make an actual decent Pokemon MMO, that could take over my life. So I wanted to finally have a channel for Pokemon stuff, even if this will be very inactive most of the time. So keep those expectations very low. But hey, you somehow found your way here and are still listening. That's crazy. I appreciate you. Hope you found this somewhat entertaining. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.